is take notes, take notes, take notes. Take notes of the things that you think about that you wouldn't have normally thought, okay? Because you gonna have some stuff that's gonna come to your mind that you wouldn't have thought about, okay? That's the best idea. That's the best thing that's coming to you. Blah, 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 okay? So make sure you take note of that. This is going to take notes, take notes, take notes. Okay. Take notes of the things that you think about that you wouldn't have known. Now, and also understand your goal. I'm just reminding myself to be going back talking about audience. Your goal, your goal is to understand who you're selling it to and asking for the sale. Okay. All right. So now we got the recording started. Okay, so I can do this piece before I share my screen. So the first piece I'm gonna do, if you writing down notes, I'm not gonna show y'all any notes yet. I want you to start with this point. The art of selling. So I gotta say some straight to the point stuff that's going to help you in the art of selling. The number one art of selling, y'all, number one is to ask for the sale. 90% of y'all that's here, you never ask for the sale. So even if I give you all the strategy stuff, all the content stuff, all of that stuff, and we go give you that, your thing that you have to do still is ask for the sale. Most of y'all who aren't selling, you lack sales skills. So if number one is asking for the sale, number two is developing your sales skills. Y'all write that down. If number one is asking for the sale, number two is developing your sales skills. Now, already, if you have DBA 2.0, if for some reason you skip my modules, you need to go back and watch it. I talk about pitch and close in one of the sections of my module, which is technically building the skill of selling. Okay. Building the skill of selling, meaning if I put a person in front of you, could you sell to them? Now, the first thing you do in the art of selling and building your sales skills, and number one and number two, is that when you get a person in front of you, your number one thing that you should do is create a conversation. Listen, I'm telling you, in 2020, I was the number one wireless executive in the world. I taught them all of this. Listen, it's to start the conversation. Unless you are a person who can get mass sales, meaning people already know to come to you, meaning you have a brand, you have to make sure that you have the ability to start a conversation because you don't automatically have sales skills. So I want to separate a little piece for y'all of what that looks like. Because some people, you don't know what that looks like. And what you accidentally do is you go to try to mimic that and you shouldn't. A person with sales skills look like I'm on live, I'm talking about the product. You can see in my live a bunch of people buying. What you're missing because you're on the outside looking in is I'm using sales skills to close these sales. Or I already got a brand. Okay? I know a lot of people have lied to y'all about what I'm talking about right now, or they beat around the bush on it. If I already got an audience, understand that how I got way more sales than you. And the reason why you shouldn't compare yourself to me is because I already had thousands of people who was ready to buy. Okay? So that means if I pop out with a screenshot and say, I just got DBA 3.0 and I made $12,000 in 4 days. Somebody put in the chat, by what I just told you, how did I likely make that money? I'm going to give you the other way you can do it, but y'all got to understand this part first so you can understand how you need to build it. I already had the audience, okay? Now, what I'm helping y'all do is, if you don't got the audience, you can still do that. You can still do it. You just got to know you can't do it the way I did it because I already had the audience. Anybody feel me already? I'm helping y'all. I feel like I don't know who I'm helping, but I feel like I'm helping by 4 folks. You can do it, but you got to listen. I already had a buying audience. So you got to understand, I fit in a different category. So if you go attempt to do what I did, you instantly finna mess yourself up because you're going to act like People already know you. People already know what you're selling, that people trust you, and that you can just come out and say you got it, and that they do. Your number one problem, so let's go back to you. Your number one problem is your audience do not know what it is because you have not started a conversation. I'm cooking with cayenne pepper. You hear me? I'm from Mississippi. So if y'all wonder, like, why is this so country? I'm from the deep south, like down deep. Okay. I'm from Mississippi. You get what I'm saying? Fun fact, I'm actually famous for being from Mississippi, but we ain't here to talk about that. All right. So listen, if your number one thing you gotta do, if you like, okay, I know that that's how they got it. He already had an audience. What I need to do, I need to start a conversation. Okay. I need to start a conversation. Starting the conversation is going to lead me to number 3. It's going to build my audience. Okay. So that's number 3. You need to build your audience. Now, building your audience do take time. So you don't have to wait all that time to start getting sales. You got to build, I'm going to have a conversation which builds the audience. But as I'm having the conversation, I'm getting sales if I'm pitching and I'm closing. Y'all got me? If I'm pitching and I'm closing, and remember, I already got a whole module on that. I'm getting sales while I'm building the audience, meaning I don't have to wait until I done talk to 1,000 people to get a sale. That's bad. That's what we call bad conversion. You know what I'm saying? Like Bunny in here, me and Bunny both used to work in the wireless industry. We were big on conversion, meaning if you saw 10 people, did you get a sale? If you was at 10% conversion, you were hit. I'm talking about you were shooting out the gym. You hear me? If for every 10 people you got to sell, or you cooking. Now, if you work for me, unfortunately, you had to do like 5 out of 10. Because listen, I ain't play no games. I did it for a job, so I ain't have no reason before y'all knew the wave of digital marketing existed. I had a job, and I got fired or demoted if I wasn't the best. Literally, my boss told me one time, you've been out of the top 20 for a month. you still like your job? You still, yeah, and I know some of y'all like, no, out of the top 20, yeah. Because he was like, hey, we pay you to be top 10. So, you need to shake a stick or something. You get what I'm saying? If you country, you understand that. But okay, but you got to build your audience. So I got to have a conversation. I got to build my audience, right? Now, in having the conversation, when it comes to online sales, to have a conversation, guess what you got to do? I want somebody to put it in the chat. Because some of y'all, this also a problem for you. To have a conversation online, what you got to do? What do you got to do? Somebody put ask question, show up. Somebody said go live. I like it. What's the other one? That's why y'all ain't doing it. Because I done seen 9 answers and I ain't seen the answer yet. And this explains why y'all don't do it. I don't think I seen, let me make sure, but I don't think I seen nobody put it in here yet. Besides go live. Right. You gotta post content. You gotta post some content. And listen, I'm gonna try not to be like this tonight. But what you can't do is bet your whole, y'all be wanting to bet the dog, the porch, the mortgage, got doggone your 3rd generation bank account, the 401k on one post. I posted one post, and this post should make me the $12,000. Frank, I just want to let you know you crazy. You crazy as hell, Frank. You is crazy as hell. Y'all will do 5 posts and say I ain't with you. You know how much pressure you putting yourself under to say in these 5 posts, I'm gonna be rich. I mean, it took Risa Tisa 50 in about still 6 months to get it. And that was a stroke of luck. You really think, listen, let me tell y'all, some of y'all, I need y'all to be my prayer partners because y'all are delusional enough for me to believe that your prayers, you got it, your prayers, your faith is amazing. Now you may ain't got the work done, but I can at least get you to pray. I can't call on you to help. I'm just setting the tone for y'all. I'm just setting it up before I even show you a strategy. I'm giving you these things that I know you need. That you, if you wake up, tell yourself tomorrow, I know I need to sell. Listen, DBA 3.0, and I finally got, it's 444. So I finally got that one. That if I sell one of them a week, I'm up. We go break that down. But if you don't post tomorrow, they don't know you got it. Okay? So once again, we back up. You got to have a conversation because they don't know that you got it. They don't even know what it is. Y'all will make 1,000 posts about digital marketing. You will have somebody who's following you still to this day, and you have never explained to them what that is. You steady talking about digital products. And Joe, who like you because you cute, who like every post you got, he got plenty of money. He would love to learn what it is that you do. But you want to know why he ain't bought it yet? You ain't told him to buy it. And also, you ain't told him what it is. As much as y'all think everybody know what digital marketing is, let me tell y'all something. Back in February, when all y'all created profiles and changed y'all name to Digital Marketing Princess, Billionaire Digital Baller, Digital Money from the Hilltops, and your bio said, I help people make money. I help people make 7 figures in 12 months. Before y'all did all of that, when y'all came to me and said, I'm a digital marketer, I had a digital product and still didn't know what the hell y'all was talking about. It took them folk 3 months to explain to me what MRR was. And fun fact, I have my own MRR course now. So shout out to Bree and them because they finally got to me. But folk were asking me, hey, is this MRR? I said, no, blood, this ain't AARP, Interpol, CNN, this ain't none of that. What is you talking about? You listen, I didn't know what none of it. Listen, and you want to know why? Because then and still now, some of y'all, what you do is you fail to explain what it is. We don't know. Some of y'all, and listen, let me throw some encouragement in here with y'all. One of y'all tomorrow, matter of fact, tonight, you gonna believe me. The difference right now, before I go to this worksheet, between some of y'all and the rest of y'all, is that you gonna believe me and you gonna say, you know what, he right. And what you gonna do, you gonna go do you a TV show commercial. We gonna talk about that just a little bit, but not too much, because that's a whole zone. And you gonna say, I'm gonna go talk to my audience. And as I talk to them, I'm gonna create conversation. Then I'm gonna pitch. And from my pitch, then I'm gonna close. And you gonna make money. And you gonna find me and you gonna say, Coach Matt, I just want to tell you, you was right. I'm talking about you gonna get it before the sunrise. You gonna get a sale. I guarantee y'all. Matter of fact, that's my first challenge. I want y'all to write this down. Then I'm gonna go to the worksheet. I challenge y'all to find somebody in your account online tomorrow. Go through your likes, go through your recent followers, go through your comments, and start a conversation with somebody you see you like. And start the conversation of just, hey, friend, Um, I got a few questions for you. Is that cool? Let them respond. You might even start like that. You might say, "Hey, I always see you supporting my page. Thank you. I love that you support my page. I'm just coming over here to holler at you." Let them respond back. Start a conversation. Just tell them thank you for supporting because you found them somewhere in support. And then ask them when they come back. Then you ask them, what do they do? What do they do? What's your day look like? Once they get to talking like that, have an organic conversation. Smoothly bring it into, yes. So, girl, I'm in digital marketing and I love it so far. But let me ask you something because I'm trying to see how many people know what that is. I promise you, for at least 75% of y'all, that person gonna tell you they don't know. And they follow you every day. They gonna tell you they don't know. So what you do, tell them your favorite module and mix it with a plan you have. Don't tell them it's DBA, it's BPU, it's UBC, it's DWA, because you're finna go deeper into confusion. It's just like when you start a new job and somebody talking to you in all acronyms. Hey, make sure you get the QVC off of the IRAC in the back office. But make sure you put your code in. That was my code. I don't think it. So don't hit them with all them acronyms. Don't do it. Instead, tell them what you want to do, why you bought it. And I'm going to show y'all that example tonight. Because some of y'all, you already lost. Because all you see and think about is that what I call 1%, that 1% way. Somebody who can sell and somebody who got an audience who don't do that. And they tell them what it is and people buy it. Remember, I'm telling you this because you don't have that skill set yet. Key on yet. So what you have to do is you have an audience that don't know what it is. So you have to conversate, pitch, close, and to bring them in, you got to make it about them. How many of y'all, you've never asked the person you were trying to sell it to what they wanted to do? Y'all, let me tell y'all something. If I had nothing else but DBA, I could sell probably, I could sell probably 500 of them joints a month. And I would run with one strategy. This ain't even the regular strategy I finna give y'all. What I would do is I would find a 1,000 people. I can find 500 though, but I'm different. And I would ask them, what do they want to do? I would make content about what you want to do. What do you want to do with your life? You want to know why? Because each thing that somebody likely wants to do is inside of DBA. You know, man, I always thought about getting Turo. For real, you thought you want to get in the Turo bed? Yeah, man. You know I've been working on it. For real. Yeah, I ain't do nothing but watch the modules in on the course DBA. What you think they finna say next? What's that? Got them. Man, what you want to do? Man, I really want to get into real estate. Bro, start with Airbnb first. Man, I've been thinking about it. I don't know how to get started though. Why you just won't come over here and study with it with me? We can do this together. Matter of fact, what you want to do? How we gonna do that? Listen, just get DBA. Why? It's an Airbnb module in DBA. Got them. Whatever it is that they want to do, the genius to DBA is likely already in there. So all you got to do is be the conversation to bring people into what they want to do, and they do it. You don't even have to sell the whole. Matter of fact, by the time 3.0 come out, it's too big of a course for most of y'all to sell as a whole course. You don't even talk that much. Pick a module. Pick one. You know how many people said that from my email marketing module, they use that in their business? and made so much money. Even they was like, shoot, I got in this for digital marketing. I started watching your stuff, figured out what I was doing wrong the whole time. Went and did that with what I had, and shoot, that was it. Y'all know how many people want to quit their businesses right now because they think it don't work no more, when actually they just don't have updated strategies. Because I don't know if y'all understand, but that's the world we live in, where solutions, there's so much marketing, true solutions is hard to find. Even for people like us, people don't know. I'm in the coaching industry. People tell me all the time, man, you don't know what coach to trust. You paying $25,000, $15,000 for stuff, and it ain't nothing. A lot of y'all just went through that with mentorship, because some folk offer y'all mentorship not because they was a mentor. They offered it to you just as the next sale, and you bought it. But most of y'all only bought it because you didn't know no better. Because unfortunately, you didn't know what a mentor looked like. You didn't know what it does. So the thing about it is, you bought into a mentor that you never saw mentor. You want to know why I'm so successful as a coach? Because you can always see me coaching. I usually get a client off somebody else seeing me coach somebody else. When how I make my most money is I start posting content with somebody else in. When I posted Dage, you knew I was coaching her, but when folks got to see it and they saw us together, I was up about $25,000 in there for 30 days, just based off that. You wanna know why? Because seeing is believing for a lot of people. So y'all, even though you may not have the Turo, the Airbnb, the podcast is a new one that's in there yet. Show people that you're working on it, because most of y'all who are even here today, you never worked on it. You don't know what the work look like. You willing to do it. You willing to do it. You ready for this. You want this. But the whole thing that's missing is you just haven't seen it done. You only seen it marketed. That's like a pizza. You can't make a pizza from just looking at it. Because the number one thing you go get wrong is the dough. Ooh, we cooking. You know pepperonis go on here. You know cheese go on here. But you can't get the dough right. Because you've never seen somebody make a pizza. You've only seen people deliver pizza. And then, like day off next Friday or something, we need to start what? We need to start a pizza business. Hey, cuz. Where we started? I don't know, but we gonna start one. Y'all gotta walk out of that. Not oh, I don't want to have the hope to do it no more. Have the hope, but stop being afraid to ask yourself how. That's what some of y'all are afraid of. And most of y'all are afraid of that because you're not a part of a community. Most of y'all, you're afraid of that because you're not around people who do it. You can sell 3.0 the same way you could have sold 2.0. Same way you could have sold 1. But 3, even though it's the highest selling one, the highest price one, let me tell y'all something. This should be the one for you. Some of y'all who feel like, oh, I don't know how I didn't get to that well, I want to be honest with you. You should get there now, just off the price. And I'm going to show you. We're going to talk numbers, okay? I'm going to show you some numbers. So I hope there's a replay because I need to watch this again. Yep. That definitely is. And I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say, what does that mean? You can always find me. What Dion be saying, I ain't hard to find. I ain't hard to find. And you definitely go be able to find this replay. It's on my YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe, comment. Fun fact, y'all, my kids swear I'm a YouTuber. So that's what they tell everybody. Because y'all know what's funny? Once you become an entrepreneur, your kids don't really know what you do. They don't really know what you do. So my youngest boy, he upgraded. All the Beat Life people know this journey. He upgraded to telling people that I'm a YouTuber. And yes, y'all, I caught him the other day still telling somebody that I used to work He don't call it T-Mobile. He say my daddy used to work for the T store, but him and his boss didn't like each other. So he got fired. And then he started working out of a closet. Because obviously I'm back in the trap. Because y'all like, you still ain't went back to the library. It's merch season. So I'm still in the trap because I'm still in here boxing packages, which I don't know how y'all got me into. Jesus. I'm hiring a packing assistant next year. So y'all look out for the applications. Because I'm sick. I feel like I smell boxes when I'm just walking around. I can smell a box. I said, Jesus. But nevertheless, and I got to go back to the warehouse in the morning. But businesses do it. 2 warehouse visits in a week. That let y'all know. You get what I'm saying? We out here shaking our stick at it. But anyway, he swear up and down. That's what he came to terms with, y'all. Malachi said, all right. So now I want to show some practicality, right? So that was a lot of inspiration. That was a lot of walking it down. What y'all
Coach, your recording stop, just in case you know that, because you about to start cooking with the cayenne peppers. Check
Oh
your
no,
record.
that was somebody else recording. It's still
Oh,
screen.
okay.
Yeah. Thank you though. Thank you though. That's JoJo, y'all. She be on it. You know what I'm saying? Got to get you some good people around. All right. So this what y'all are about to see. Focus more on what I'm saying than the worksheet, because otherwise I don't want you to get overwhelmed and get lost. This is what's called a business pro worksheet. Okay. Don't worry about it. If you want me to explain it to it, I explain it when it's done. But I want to show you the point of let me go back to this screen. So I have an AI person that I use for examples. Her name is Tasha from Arkansas. Some of y'all still mad at me because when we was having this call in the summer, I gave an example. You did, now you forget. I gave an example that was so cold. And I was talking about Tasha from Arkansas, that the whole chat, all 400 some people, thought I was talking about a real person. And they went looking for her, y'all. And it took me to look at the chat 10 minutes later when I saw somebody said, I can't find her, for me to tell y'all, oh, she's not real. Y'all was so pissed off at me. But listen, she do got a page now. I ain't put no content on it, but she's who I use when I want to teach an example, right? All right. So I'm gonna break Tasha down a little bit. So I'm gonna go through this kind of quick, but it go all make sense, okay? And then I'm gonna stop, get questions, and we gonna keep flowing. So Tasha, like many of y'all, let's say she's a regular person. So Tasha has 5 kids. So she'll let actually over it regular person. She does have a work from home job, which is where you see online job, right? But she also works at a daycare sometime on Fridays because she has a degree, but she can't find herself to get in that field. She feels like she don't get enough money from it. So she got into digital marketing, but the difference between Tasha is she got a brand. So I'm gonna show y'all that, right? So here's Tasha's routine. This is what's called a routine builder. Coaching wise, I'm really big, especially on TikTok, for 2 things. And that's making people more money. And the second one is routine, time management. So Tasha has her time management right here. Just follow me, okay? I know some of y'all like, okay, follow me. So she has a routine. Her routine helps her to understand when is she going to be able to make the content, okay? Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Let me switch this email so that I can edit. Because at some point I'm gonna need to edit. So my bad. All right. So she has her routine, right? So in her routine, she has when is she doing what? Now, Be Live and BPU people, what do I say about if you set a goal and you don't got time for it, then what? It ain't gonna happen, right? Because you ain't make time for it. So for instance, I want to pinpoint a few things. She knows that she has her engagement time, which is where she's having more conversation. She does that on her lunch, right? And then we also know that she has engagement right here at night, right? When she has engagement. She has her live time where she goes live. And then she always goes live also on Saturday morning. So we have an updated version of this. I don't know what I did with it. So she has when she's going live, and she also has when she's posting, right? We know she's dropping a post in her morning routine. And then right here at 8:30, she has business check-in. So she has post and engage. So she has posting time, she has engagement time, she has a threads time. So she has time for her goals to be accomplished, right? So just want to put that there. So if you're taking notes, my point of showing you this, but and I'm really getting to one of the charts to make it make sense, is to make sure you understand that if you do not make time for it, it don't happen. So you got to set a goal. So let me go to the goal chart. I didn't fill out her goal chart, but that's okay. But she needs to come in here and set some goals, right? She has goal breakdowns. She can have where she come in here and break the goal down, right? So let's do a cool example, right? So I'm gonna reset some of this, and we're gonna set some goals for her, right? So right here we need to put November. We just put no for short. We got December. Yes, we're going to tell y'all where you can get this worksheet if you want one, but I want y'all to just focus right now. You're in class. I know y'all like buying stuff, that's fine, but make sure it's something that you go use. So she has her yearly goals right here. Now in November, she's going to have some goals. So at the top of that goal, she know DBA 3.0 drop. So she want to do DBA 3.0 sales, right? And we go to the sales chart to make sure that we know what her goal is. So let's say she says, okay, this is my 444 course. Like this is my $400 course. So I feel like I can get in the game with the other $400 courses. Here's my chance to see if I can get out there and really get it. Now to do so, she has to understand that at 444, and she knows she got to set a goal that makes sense. But the first one is the one you could be the most delusional about. Your problem is, and a lot of people don't understand this, your problem is if you don't meet that goal, you never get to celebrate. So your confidence don't grow. So 444. And if she says, okay, how many people do I think I can get to say yes? Now, this real deep right here. If you're not paying attention, I need you to come back and pay attention. A lot of y'all set a numerical goal by money. You need to set your goal by how many yeses you can get. How many people can you convince? Okay. So if she says, I believe that I can get in November 20 people to say yes to $444, then she knows she's going to make 8,880. So right here, she can put 20 yeses, which is going to equal to $8,880, right? Is that what it was? Yeah. Y'all got me? Y'all follow me, right? So we set a goal. We ain't gonna worry about doing the whole goal chart because that ain't what we here for. Now, goal breakdown, she gonna come and she's going to say she needs 44 yeses to DBA 3.0. She's building a strategy. So if she needs 44 yeses, functional, when we have goals, let me back up a little bit. When we have goals, y'all, I break down goals in three different ways. There is functional, operational, and then monetary / result driven. Functional is the part that you have to do to make the goal happen. Operational is the part that can be delegated or automated. Even if you don't delegate it or automate it yet, you should be working up to that point. Monetary is when you are in results, is what it looks like when it's done. So we know when she gets there, she's going to have $8,880, right? Here's where a lot of y'all, matter of fact, put in the chat if you believe your missing piece is you never set the operational and you never set the function. Put in the chat if you be like, that's what I do. I set a goal, I put a number by it, but I never really, and don't be ashamed, because if you don't know, you don't know. That's why you're here to learn. Some of y'all didn't know you go learn this much, because all the calls you be going to be testimonies. Them folks start the call, they give you a bunch of testimonies, raise your anxiety, then they turn it off. I ain't none of them. You're going to learn something over here. So her functional goal is, what does she have to do? Okay? What does she have to do to be able to sell it? So we know she has to get the yes, right? She got to get 44 yeses. So she needs to be she needs to create, because if she's going to do it through content, create, post, engage, and she also needs to research. I'm going to tell you why. Those are all things she got to do. She got to do research on herself. She got to do research, and it got to be weekly as well, if not daily, because she's selling something that's higher than what she was selling before. I'm finna show y'all that, right? All right. Now, her operational thing is that to do this, she needs to increase her email intake. Okay? So if she knows she need to get some yeses, the thing she can automate is her emails. So she can say, let me go automate a couple sets of emails, which I'm going to show to y'all real quick, because the emails, that's what's going to help her, right? So that's the thing that she can do. She can also do something that helps her to be able to create leads. So she can do leads, and she also needs some type of lead generation that she doesn't have to do herself, right? This can be running an ad. There's a lot of different lead generations that you can do. This can be her running an ad. This can be all type of stuff, right? But she know, and the reason why I'm not putting networking in here, because a lot of y'all know I'm really big on networking. I'm not gonna put networking in here. The reason why is because networking is not necessarily big during November and December. Online is, but not networking. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm gonna skip 4-week focus. Well, kind of. We know she needs to break this down in 4 weeks. So let's keep it. Matter of fact, let me put it here. So week 1, so this is based off April, but use your imagination. So we know, once again, her goal over here is to get 20 yeses, right? We keeping it at that. So every time she get a yes, because getting 20 yeses is way less of an essentially like a getting 20 yeses is easier than getting 20 yeses is way easier than and less intimidating. That's it. Then I gotta make 8,800 and some dollars. So we know she needs 20 yeses. So week 1, her focus is launching it, right? It launches, she launches. Week 2 needs to be heavy on review. So she needs to fix everything that she may be doing wrong, or even the things that she can do better. Week 3, what she needs to do is she needs to follow up heavy and close. She ain't got nothing she need to change. She need to just follow up and close. And this is the same on week this is the same for week 3 as it is week 4. So even if, and I'm gonna show y'all this, and I'm gonna make this make sense, because some of y'all like, why would she not? It's not that she won't review each week, but she's going to spend more time reviewing it than she does in week 3 and week 4. So she got 2 weeks to really figure this out. Launch, she need to be watching everything. Y'all know I got an analytics module in BPU. It breaks all that down. Blah. Review, she needs to be reviewing her whole week. But on week 3 and week 4, she needs to be following up. Okay, so let's go to the weekly sales chart. So y'all sticking with me? Y'all sticking with me? Ain't nobody lost it. Anybody lost? Y'all sticking with me? So this is the part I really wanted to get to. I just had to bridge you to this part. So Let me erase this because y'all ain't supposed to know about that yet. Um, so right here, she has the products that she sells. So Tasha sells a freebie, which she has the How to Mom ebook and journal. She does that on live and in her TikTok stories. Oh, and yes, for y'all who asking, this worksheet is for sale. It's called the Business Pro Worksheet in my store. If you go use code DBA, it'll take like 25% off for you. It also comes in the Coach by Matt Bond. But y'all stay tuned. We go talk about that. I'm literally almost done. I just gotta walk this part down to you. So remember, I told y'all Tasha has 5 kids. So Tasha's content is about the things she do with her kids, and that's how she sells her digital products. It's not about digital marketing. So she don't have no post where she's standing up there and she got the screenshot up. Now she may do live like y'all do, but all her people know she's a mom with 5 kids, and her target audience, her whole audience, is other moms with 5 kids. So she first draws them in. Her TV show is to draw them in, talking about how to mom. That's why her ebook, her freebie, is How to Mom with Multiples ebook and journal. Then she has a $32 low ticket. You get what I'm saying? She has a monthly coupon book that shows you different savings and stuff. So she finds online deals and online savings, and she shares it with her audience each month. You get what I'm saying? That's $32. You get what I'm saying? She has a $45 also guide, a home cook guide, meals for kids. So she made a meals for kids book. And what you do is you can come over there and you can figure out different meals to make for your kids, especially when you got 5 kids. Okay. Then it gets to her MRR. So her low ticket is based on her audience. I'm walking y'all down. I hope you catch it. Then when she gets over here to her MRR courses, which is great because she don't have to make it, right? Over here, what she's doing is she's selling them through right here, threads, and then email. So she has an order bump in between DBA and BPU, and she sells one of those a week, right? That's her $322. This automates by itself, by the way, y'all. So when you put a number in, it does the numbers for you. She sells 2 DBAs, 3 BPUs, right? So UBC is her one she hasn't been selling because it's $500. Now, pop quiz question. Pop quiz question. I'm gonna see how deeply y'all engaged. When she's researching before she has DBA 3.0, right? Which is finna drop. And we know it's 444. What is her problem product? It's UBC, right? Now, her first thought is gonna be UBC is not selling. What's gonna be her maybe her first thought of why it's not? This so good. It's in front of you. What's gonna be her first thought? Now she ain't gonna stay at that thought because she coached by Matt. What's her first thought of why it's not selling? Price, right? That's gonna be most of y'all tomorrow. So what I'm here to help you do is before you get to that launch call tomorrow, before you make your post, I want to first tell you straight up right here, price is not the problem. Who the price is to is. Y'all following me? Look at her weekly. So she got her quantity. So look at her week 1. The thing she sold the most of was her freebie because she's been drawing a lot of moms with 5 kids. This don't mean they don't have money, but she may have drew an audience that, number one, the content matches. Then she has 7 $32 products. She has 3 $45 products. She then it's 3s, 2s, and she got a 1 over UBC from there. So the first thing, if Tasha comes to me, let's say Tasha's a client. So Tasha say, "Hey, Coach Matt, I think my audience may not buy high ticket because they didn't buy the $500 UBC course, and I sold 25 of my freebies. I sold 7 of my $32. Now, as a coach, this is exactly what I'm gonna say back to Tasha. Number one, you do not have to stop selling all of your low ticket products to sell a high ticket product. You only need the people who need 3.0 to buy it to buy it. So don't change none of what you do. You just add it in. So go pick a module, focus on that module. And from that module, what you're going to do is you're going to find other people who want to do that. So I want your first post. And then I'm going to tell her, because she's being coached by me. And it's literally, there's a lot of people in here who coach by me, so they can tell you this literally how the conversations go. So I'm going to tell her, I'm going to say, how many podcasts do you know are there for moms? Matter of fact, I'm going to walk y'all down. Let's go to, hold on, real quick. I'm going to walk y'all down. And then I'm going to shut it off, because that going to be enough. I already gave y'all a lot. I'm just hot this week, so I felt like it wasn't no point in holding back on y'all. I do want to see who sells a lot of DBA 4.0. And come tell me too. Don't be greedy with your testimonies, because testimonies to me is equivalent to cash. Okay, so hold on. If y'all wonder what I'm doing, I don't remember all the new modules. So I'm going to look at. Let's close. We can close this. All right, so hold on. So I know which one she go that I want her to pick, but let's go look at what we know is inside of there already, right? Oh, and we making good time. All right, so let's look at this one. So 4.0, right? So we got this graphic. Let's make it bigger so we can see what's in it. All right. So what I'm gonna tell her is I'm gonna say, okay, Tasha, inside of your audience is a small percentage, maybe, because she also come to me with something that's not proven yet. Inside of your audience is a small percentage of people who are going to be people who are bigger spenders, because it's not about what people have. People who are bigger spenders, we spend money every day. There's some people who are bigger spenders than $32 people. Which of these can you show them you doing? Do you want to learn to fix and flip? Okay. Do you want to do wholesaling? Do you want to Snapchat, event planning, Amazon, podcasting? So let's say she say, well, man, you're right. There's not a lot of mom podcasts. Why you say it? So what I'm gonna say to her is, if there's not a lot of mom podcasts, how about this strategy really finna be too good? It really finna be too good, but I'm gonna say it anyway. God dog, it's marketing season. Shoot, because y'all, I'm gonna say it. Hell, you still got to come to me to figure out how to do it. But let me tell y'all what the strategy is. It's really too good of a strategy. But I'm too hot not to tell it to y'all. So there's no moms. There's not a lot of mom podcasts. And if there is, they may not be of your culture. And you got an audience, right? So I'm going to tell her what I want you to do. You already got 3.0 for $3 because you was already in DBA. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to start a podcast. I want you to go to my TikTok shop and buy the podcast equipment. Come to me. I'm going to give you a full strategy on the podcast. You're going to use your email list of people who've been buying all these products from you to join the podcast. In the podcast, you're going to run ads. You're going to run commercials as ads. And the commercials for the ads is going to be for DBA 4.0 and that alone by itself. And you're going to tell other moms that you want to not coach them, not mentor them. You want to encourage them and help them start a podcast by putting them on to what you did. And you're going to make sure you have episodes where you talk about the lack of shortage of having a voice. One of your first episodes is going to be how women feel with Trump being president and how y'all don't have no voice. So you started a podcast to make y'all voice louder for the next 4 years. And your ads in your podcast is going to be for DBA 4.0. I really got to turn the Zoom off. That's what I would tell her to do. So in this slot, she's going to put podcast. And I'm going to put ... live because I'm going to say, listen, whoever you're going to do podcasts with, do a live series with them. So that's your content on the short form. Then you're going to go to the long. Then you're going to have these long form conversations for those of us who love long form. And I'm going to also tell her that you need to expand beyond just your TikTok audience. So make you a LinkedIn profile, go into DBA, follow all the steps that Miss Wendy give you in the LinkedIn, build your profile, and on LinkedIn, be a multi-kid having mom advocate. Start your journey in there. So you're going to be hustling, following up, and in your content, you're going to show us in your short form, you're going to show us the journey of you starting a podcast and why. You're going to SEO for all the things that moms are going through during this season. So your content's going to look the same because you're still talking to moms, but you're going to give us day in the life content that's going to show you on a journey, and it's going to keep mentioning the podcast. And as people watch the podcast, you're going to find that small percentage of people that all you need each week is 2. You can get more, but I'm going to say your minimum from me is 2. If you do 2, that's $888 a month. And what I need you to do every week, I need you to close 2. I need you to market, put it in your routine. I need you to close 2. If you close 2 of them every week, that's all I need you to do is get 2 yeses, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's half of your 20 goal. You can go get the 20, but my minimum for you is 10. You're going to make $3,552 just based off of that. Now, if you really get cooking and you do 4, 8, 12. Let's see. Well, 4, 8, 12. This would be 16. This is 20. That's what you're going to do. So now you got your $7,104. Okay, let me stop. And that's how I would sell, or I would coach somebody, just Tasha, to selling DBA 4.0. She wouldn't do much different. And I gave y'all the rest of it. So you can go shoot your shot conversation. Some of y'all go be able to get on live and get it. Some of y'all, you already got a buying audience. You need to be telling them to go buy. You get what I'm saying? I skipped the part. I was supposed to do the emails, but I can just mention it. Her confirmation emails is going to be in a certain place. Her follow-up emails is going to hit in a certain way. But I'll talk about that in Beat Life, not Tuesday, because that's our product money class. I do got an email thing coming up for y'all, though. So y'all be on the lookout for that. But Bree, will you drop the link to the worksheet? So 2 things I told y'all in the beginning, and we finna do questions. If you watch this and you said, listen, I need the worksheet, we dropping the link right now, code DBA. Remember, gets you 25% off. My codes don't be lasting forever, so don't play with it. If you're a person that said, man, I need this type of dude to be my mentor. Listen, I have a mentorship starting January 8th. It's going to be 8 weeks. Okay? It's going to be 8 weeks. It's going to be me. I'm taking my credit coach that work on my team and my finance coach that work on my team. We coaching y'all together for 8 weeks. And we giving you plans and strategies that you're going to complete over the 8 weeks, okay? And then what yeah. And if you get that, you get my coaching for November and December too, which is my Tuesday classes. Okay. All right. So just want to put that out there. So all right. So Bree, you can put that link in there too. And now let me